everyone, so today I'm going to be following a brenna neal makeup tutorial, and so I already put on moisturizer and primer, so now we're just gonna do what Brenna says we should do.
I've been going in with the Milk Makeup Sunshine Skin Tint a lot. I'm using the shade Light right now. I feel like I could go fair, but Light kind of works for me because it's a little bit more yellow. I really like this because it's got decent coverage. It's not great coverage, it's pretty light.
Alright, so I'm gonna quickly put my hair up, but so what she has is a foundation that's very yellowish and lightweight, and I think I have something that can kind of compare. So I use this Wet n Wild foundation for everything. So I'm just gonna put it on my face. She puts it all over her face, so that's what I'm gonna do. I never really put makeup here because that's where my glasses go. However, today's an exception. Now, something I found interesting is she actually uses a brush for this, and I always have used either like my hands when I was 12 or a beauty blender. This can be interesting. Take this brush and I'm just gonna, this feels wrong. I think the brush just took all the product off my face, or my skin is just that red, which is also equally possible. Alright, well, I set up my mirror behind this, and it looks a lot less red, but I can always add more. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but I don't know how to like blend it with a brush. We're getting places. I actually was considering not making this video because, well, first of all, the trend has very much died of doing other people's makeup tutorials. But also, Brenna follows me on Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. And so she's probably not gonna watch this video, but she's probably gonna see I've done this, especially since when I post on Twitter, obviously I'm gonna like tag her so that people who don't know who Brenna is can just click on it. So I'm afraid she'll think I'm creepy, basically, is the issue. I think this is just gonna be it. Like, I'm not gonna add any more foundation after this, especially since she didn't really add extra foundation. Alright, what is the next step?
And then to kind of bronze up my face a little bit, I've been going in with the NYX Wonder Stick. This is the shade Universal, and I like to say bronze instead of contour because I feel like this is just adding more color to my skin rather than contouring my face. But I take that around all the places that I would typically contour.
So I sadly don't own a like contour stick, but I do have a contour palette that is, I think, cream. It's definitely not a powder, but so I'm gonna use my bronzer brush to go in with this, and I don't know if you can tell, but I've never used it because I'm more of a bronzer kind of gal. But she did say that she just puts it on and blends it and uses it like bronzer. Okay. Mistakes have been made, but it's okay. She put it like on her on her nose. Not sure how. I'm gonna use a different brush for this. And she also put like dots on her forehead. Okay, did I underestimate how much product would come off? Maybe, but it's probably fine. I mean, I do look tanner. I just breathe through my nose while doing this. Wouldn't recommend. This is a very hard product to blend. And see, in my mirror I just look like a very tanned person with a very light right here. Like, I've just contoured a little too much, but when I look in the actual like viewfinder, I look like an actual crazy person. I'm gonna use this brush I use for my foundation and go through with this a little bit. It's starting to look a lot better. This still looks kind of weird, looks like I have the deepest of cheekbones ever. Alright, I think we're good with the bronzer, the weird bronzer contour thing.
For my highlight, I'm using the ColourPop, one of their cream highlights in the shade Flexitarian. It's just this silvery, goldish champagne color, and it just gives your skin a wet look to it, and I'm just putting that on all the high points of my face.
So she said like a very champagne-y colors. I'm doing the Body London Shimmer Squad highlight. It looks like this. I've actually never used this before because it's such a not completely white color, and I already like the really white highlights, and I can't open it, so we might not use it. So I am just gonna put it, I'm gonna use this brush because she uses a brush kind of similar. It's the closest I have because I always use my fan brush. I usually use my bigger fan brush. I can't find it now, or this one. Today we're going all out with this, and so she puts it on her cheeks, obviously. And she also goes up, kind of. Her brush is not as big as mine, but she does go by the eyebrows a little bit. She puts it on her nose, which I also sometimes do. But something I found interesting, she also puts it on her chin, and I've never seen anyone do that before, because I don't remember, and I've definitely never done that. Kind of makes my chin look oily. I mean, she should say it was more of a wet look, which is, yeah. She looks great with highlight on her chin, but for some reason, the second I do it, I look like this.
Then for my blush, I've been using the Wet n Wild shade in Pearlescent Pink.
Alright, so next is blush, and I love blush. I have lots of options to choose from. However, most of mine are either very like light pink, like, and I mean pink, I mean like pink, or they're very shimmery and glittery. She doesn't really have any of that. So I think this blush, my Note blush in Desert Rose, would work the best for this. I'm gonna use my blush brush. It's actually a powder brush, but I use it for blush. And she doesn't just like go in between the highlight contour like I do. She kind of just does it everywhere. So what I usually do is I just put down the blush and then I blend with a different blush just because blush is very intense. Especially that color, and I feel like when you blend with the same brush, you're just gonna get even more blush. Which, although that does sound kind of great, I don't want to look like a clown. She might be wondering, out of all of the makeup videos she has, why this one that I've chosen? Well, you see, this is a really dumb reason, but I was just like scrolling through channel because I was going through all of my makeup YouTubers kind of thing to find who I want to do this video on, and I saw so much yellow, like her entire background is yellow, and my two favorite colors are light pink and, you guessed it, yellow, and that's really what sold me. Is that a dumb reason to follow someone's makeup tutorial? No comment. I'm also gonna put a little bit on my nose because she did too.
I also like doing fake freckles on occasion. You don't have to do this, and you also don't have to tell me how much you hate fake freckles. And don't do it in any like pattern or any rhyme or reason. Just like do it frickin' everywhere and then tap it all out to make it look more natural.
Alright, now she does fake freckles, which I've never done before because I have very intense bright orange like freckles are like in your face. However, I don't go outside anymore, so no more freckles. At least they're extremely faint. Now she uses brown. I don't have brown. I have this orange and it's black. So I'm gonna quickly just dot some on my hand, tap them in, see which. Uh-oh, wait a second. So I don't have freckles on my face, but I have freckles all over my, can you see? Okay, well you have to believe me, I have freckles on my hand. I mean, I don't have freckles here, I can just, oh, the black doesn't show up, so I think we found a winner. I used to be someone that was like, why do people even do fake freckles? Like, they're even like that cute. Like, why would you want freckles? But like, come on. They're kind of cute. like, see, so if I don't know if you can tell, but I have some freckles here and here on my forehead. So I mainly want to focus on there, even though technically they're over my face, but they're most pigmented like here. Now I'm following her advices and not doing any rhyme or reason besides, you know, kind of following where my natural freckles are. I have a couple on my chin. Oh no. Alright, I think I'm done with the freckles. They look pretty subtle, but you can definitely tell they're there, and I like that.
My brows, I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Dark Brown, I believe this is. And I'm just going to do really fine hair-like strokes to kind of fill in any sparse areas that I might have. I'm not trying to like shape my brows or anything like that. I just want to make them look just slightly more full.
Alright, so my brows are quite a different shape than hers, but I mean, she says she doesn't really shape her brows, she just fills them in, so that's good. I also don't have the type of product she uses for her brows, so I'm just gonna use my good old The Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks. And she does hers quite similar to mine, except she doesn't really like go on top right there. She more like makes hair like strokes, which I do, but then I do the top, you know, you get the gist.
For my lips, I'm just using the Glossier Balm.com in Birthday.
I also have a Glossier lip balm, and I've actually never used this before, so that's exciting. This is the rosebalm.com. So that's cool. So it is definitely a little darker than my actual lips, and hers look pretty sheer. However, it does give me a glossy look.
And then to prime my lids a little bit, I'm using the same cream bronzer that I went in with earlier.
We're going back with this palette, and so I'm just gonna put some on my eyelids.
Using the Alamar Cosmetics palette that I got in the BoxyCharm, and I'm just going to take that yellow shade that's in there. I think it's called Cocoa Taxi or something like that. I could be wrong. But I'm just using that shade to add a little bit of color to my lid. Using that same eyeliner pencil that I went in with my freckles earlier, and I'm just going to try to smoke my lash line out, like ever so slightly.
Alright, so I'm very excited because this is one of my favorite palettes ever. I love it. I love the colors. And so I'm going to go with Cocoa Taxi like she did. Just put it on my eyelid. I don't remember if I've ever just put on like one eyeshadow without like, well, I guess besides the contour. So this is really cool. I'm using products I've never used. I'm really exploring different makeup styles and techniques. So that's cool. Eyeliner, and I'm gonna have this mirror because, oof. Alright, now that's done.
Mascara. I like this a lot.
Alright, now we have mascara and then we're done. I just gonna use this Tarte mascara. Alright, and now we're done. I don't know how to do those beauty guru poses. I really like this look. I really like that I was using products I usually never do. I'm definitely doing this eyeshadow again and the fake freckles. And I should definitely use the lip gloss. The one thing I don't like is that I feel like my acne is too bad to not have concealer or powder, but you know, I really like this look, so that's all. Bye.
I can't focus on what needs to get done. I'm on notice, hoping that you don't run.